Did you know that the oldest mummies in the world are not Egyptian, but Chilean? Yet it's the Egyptian mummies that have captured our imaginations. Let's take a journey back in time around 5,000 years ago to the arid lands of Chile. This is where we find the ancient Chinchorro people, who introduced the world to the art of mummification, a process they began as a way to honor and remember their dead. The Chinchorro mummies, preserved with great care and respect, are the oldest known examples of intentionally mummified human remains. However, our fascination with mummification truly begins with the Egyptians. Initially, mummification in Egypt was an entirely natural process. The dry, hot desert conditions created an environment that naturally preserved bodies buried in shallow pits. Over time, however, the Egyptians noticed this phenomenon and decided to take things into their own hands, marking the genesis of artificial mummification. As the Egyptians refined their techniques, mummification evolved into an elaborate, sophisticated process, reserved primarily for the pharaohs and the elite. The process began with the removal of the internal organs, except the heart, which they believed was the center of a person's being and intelligence. The body was then cleaned and dried using natron salt, a naturally occurring substance that absorbed moisture and fat, essentially turning the body into a human jerky. Once the body was dried, it was wrapped in multiple layers of linen, each meticulously placed to preserve the person's physical features. The mummy was then placed in a decorated coffin, ready for its journey to the afterlife. It's a fascinating process, isn't it? But why did the Egyptians go through such an intricate and time-consuming process? Well, they believed that mummification was essential for the deceased to continue their journey in the afterlife, a belief rooted in their deep reverence for death and the immortality of the soul. Despite the complexity of the process, the ancient Egyptians believed that mummification was essential to ensure immortality. The pyramids of Egypt, those colossal tombs of pharaohs, are the final resting places of many well-known mummies. These grand architectural feats stand as a testament to a time when pharaohs ruled and pyramids were the epitome of power and prestige. During the Pyramid era, which spanned from around 2600 to 2200 BC, pharaohs like Khufu constructed these magnificent structures as their final resting places. Khufu's resting place, the Great Pyramid of Giza, is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and a marvel of human engineering. Within these monumental tombs, we've found not only the mummified remains of the pharaohs, but also a wealth of burial items. These items, often made of gold and precious stones, were believed to assist the pharaohs in their journey to the afterlife. They range from intricate jewelry to chariots and even boats, all meant to provide the pharaohs with the comforts and status they enjoyed in life. But perhaps the most intriguing finds within these pyramids are the hieroglyphics that grace their walls. These ancient scripts paint a vivid picture of the pharaohs' lives and their beliefs about death and the afterlife. They tell tales of divine lineage, heroic deeds, and the promise of eternal life. One of the most famous mummies discovered is that of the boy king, Tutankhamun. His tomb, found in the Valley of the Kings, was filled with treasures untouched by time. His golden mask, in particular, has become an iconic symbol of ancient Egypt. These mummies, their burial items, and the hieroglyphics found within the pyramids provide a fascinating glimpse into a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago. They reveal the profound belief in the afterlife that permeated ancient Egyptian culture and the lengths they went to ensure their leaders' comfort and status in their life after death. The pyramids and their mummified occupants stand as a testament to the grandeur of ancient Egypt. They continue to captivate and intrigue us, offering a window into a past that continues to influence and inspire the present. While pharaohs are the most famous mummies, they were not the only ones mummified in ancient Egypt. The art of mummification was not just reserved for the royal and divine, it was also extended to high-ranking officials, priests, and even animals. Yes, you heard it right, animals. Ancient Egyptians had profound respect for animals, considering them as sacred symbols, companions, and even representations of the gods themselves. So it's no surprise they went to great lengths to preserve these creatures for the afterlife, just as they did for their human counterparts. From the mighty lion to the humble ibis, the range of animals mummified is as diverse as the pantheon of Egyptian gods. But among them, cats and scarab beetles hold a special place. Cats were deeply revered in ancient Egypt, seen as embodiments of the goddess Bastet, while scarab beetles were associated with the god Khepri, symbolizing rebirth and regeneration. Now, let's teleport ourselves to the Saqqara burial site, a treasure trove of ancient Egyptian history and culture. In recent years, archaeologists unearthed a fascinating discovery here: dozens of cat mummies and rare scarab beetles. These weren't just random finds, they were carefully preserved, wrapped in linen, and adorned with painted masks and amulets, much like their human counterparts. This discovery offers a glimpse into the spiritual depth of ancient Egyptians, their respect for the animal kingdom, and their belief in life beyond death. Here's an interesting fact: the mummification process for animals was as intricate, if not more, as that of humans. It involved removal of internal organs, drying the body, and then wrapping it meticulously in layers of linen. The mummies were then placed in animal-shaped coffins or statues, ready for their journey to the afterlife. So, the next time you think of mummies, remember, it's not just about pharaohs and golden coffins. It's also about cats, scarab beetles, and a myriad of other creatures, all mummified with the same reverence and precision. The practice of mummification was not limited to humans, showing the deep spiritual beliefs of ancient Egyptians. In modern times, mummies continue to fascinate us, leading to new discoveries and even some controversies. As we delve into the 21st century, the mysteries of the ancient world continue to captivate our imaginations. This fascination has led to some remarkable discoveries, such as the golden mummies unearthed in the Bahariya oasis. These mummies, believed to be from the Greco-Roman period, were found adorned in gold, a testament to the wealth and splendor of the time. Each discovery like this offers new insights into the lives, beliefs, and practices of our ancient forebears. Our technological advancements have also allowed us to explore the secrets of the past in non-invasive ways. A notable example is the scanning of Tutankhamun's tomb, where ground-penetrating radar and 3D imaging were used to investigate the hidden chambers without disturbing the young pharaoh's eternal rest. These advancements hold the promise of unlocking more secrets from the mummified remains without causing them any harm. However, as we push the boundaries of our knowledge, we also encounter controversies. The display and examination of mummies, for instance, have become a topic of heated debate. Some argue that these practices are an essential part of learning and preserving history, while others see them as a violation of the dead's peace and dignity. This discussion extends to the ethical concerns surrounding the handling of these ancient remains. Is it right to disturb the dead for the sake of science and education? Or should we let these ancient individuals rest in peace, undisturbed by the curiosity of the living? There are no easy answers to these questions. As we continue our quest for knowledge, we must always remember to approach these remains with the utmost respect and sensitivity. In the face of these debates, one thing is clear: mummies, with their silent stories and eternal mysteries, continue to captivate us. As we continue to unravel the secrets of the mummies, we must balance our thirst for knowledge with respect for these ancient individuals. From the earliest naturally preserved bodies to the golden sarcophagi of pharaohs, mummies provide a fascinating glimpse into the past. We embarked on a journey back in time, beginning with the ancient art of mummification. It's an intriguing process, isn't it? The meticulous care taken to preserve the bodies of the deceased, the elaborate rituals, the sacred oils, and the intricate wrapping of linen. It all speaks volumes about the reverence the ancient Egyptians had for death and the afterlife. Then we ventured into the era of pyramids and pharaohs. These magnificent structures, more than just royal tombs, are testament to the grandeur of ancient Egypt. The pharaohs, encased in golden sarcophagi and preserved for eternity, believed they would ascend to the gods in the afterlife. Their mummified bodies, a symbol of their power and divinity, provide us with a remarkable window into their lives and beliefs. But the practice of mummification wasn't just confined to pharaohs, was it? We discovered that it extended beyond the royal walls, touching the lives of priests, nobles, and even animals. This showed us that the belief in life after death was deeply ingrained in the fabric of Egyptian society. And let's not forget the modern discoveries and controversies that continue to add new layers to our understanding of mummies. From the ethical debates surrounding the display of mummies in museums to the technological advancements that allow us to peek inside sarcophagi without disturbing the occupants, the conversation around mummies is ever evolving. In this journey through time, we've seen how mummies have given us more than just a peek into the past. They've offered us a profound understanding of a civilization that, though distant in time, continues to captivate us with its beliefs, culture, and grandeur. As we peer into the past through these preserved bodies, we gain a deeper understanding of the beliefs, culture, and grandeur of ancient Egypt.